The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. Shifts by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position.
And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making a few...
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Back to the air, Mond. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Nick Bolton in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time play there on 4th down. That's sort of a priming. Example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand it off to Mostert. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's going to take another shot here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Mons throw complete to Freiermuth. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
To try again after the sack. Mond. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mond Mond out of the shotgun. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Off the play fake, Mond. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Caught by Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 24, and the Giants are right back in this football game. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Pass caught by Fuller, well done. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play action. Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Mond now off of play action. Steps away. Looking long for Westbrook. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Mond. They're going for it. They're going deep for Hill. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Now, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for